They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome to a new week and another episode of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. If you are new here, welcome. We welcome you. We thank you for joining us. Hope everybody's doing good. So far, everybody's week starting off good, things like that. Hold on, we just got to send out a couple of invites here and get people coming in. I got to make sure I get my mods off in here, things like that. But then we're going to get started for today. Okay. All right. I got them sent out. So welcome in. If it's your first time joining us here at hashtag I'm Gonna Say It, thank you. First and foremost, thank you for joining us. And we pray that you enjoy the content and that you will come back to visit us and hang out with us. Those of you that, hold on, let me bring one of my mods in here. Both my mods in here, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get those called up here. There you go. And then, let's see. Trying to get you, Marie. See if it'll let me bring you up. Okay. I'm not seeing you, Marie. All right, so check it out. Marie, when you come in, or if you come in, go ahead and send the invite and I'll bring you up. Just saying, good morning. How are you doing? Okay, let me see if it'll allow me to, I know you've been up on the panel before. I know that for a fact. You had to send it, I guess. Okay, I guess that's what it is. All right, we got you rolling in. We got you all rolling in. Just saying, would you like to come up? I know sometimes you be working and just listening, but if you'd like to come up, it's cool. Just let me know. All right, so here's what we've been doing over a series. DJ Rocky B, welcome in. Good morning to you, lovely. What we've been doing is peeling the curtains back as far as how the industry goes, be it acting, be it musical, whatever, athletics, stuff like that. Okay. There you go. Thank you. I was gonna say I'll bring you up. All right. Okay. Got my mods in here. Okay. Cool. And so, have you ever wondered, like, a lot of times you think, how did this person even get in a position to even be successful in the music industry? Or why is this athlete getting so much attention? What makes him or her bigger than everything? Or it's just how do they end up ascending to a level to where they become a household name and everybody can identify to them, stuff like that? And more times than not, it's because of an oath that they've taken. Now, we have talked about certain symbols, which, hold on, let me get some of them going, and we won't have them up there too long. Thank you for the Go Popular. I appreciate that, sis. Their most notable emblems, right? Like symbols. People know what that means for the most part. In fact, it's also located here on the back of our dollar bill. We spoke about this that is located at a meeting place where they all meet at once a year and do things that we'll just say rituals. We'll just leave it right there. We'll just say rituals. And so this owl is something that's there, and it's one of their mascots, I call it, for lack of a better word. We'll call it one of their mascots. And the reason why is because the owl sees good in the darkness. It has keen sight in the darkness. And so, yep, I try to widen it. I mean, try to show it to y'all, but you can't. This is the front of the dollar bill. And right here, this is the upper right side of your dollar bill. And then if you actually look to the left corner over here of it, right side, left side, yeah, left corner, you would see an owl arch right there on that thing. And so we bring all of that stuff up, and we also showed you something else that could identify or identifies with this particular group of people. And so when you see your actors and you see your athletes and you see people that's in Fortune 500 companies and stuff like that, majority, we won't say all, but majority of them are part of this group. And what we've been doing is listening to certain things that tells you exactly how it pretty much lays out the blueprint on how they mind warp people and get them into basically selling their souls. There's really no other way to put it. They sell their souls, and they offer them positions and wealth, and people buy into it, whether they know or not, as far as when they are pledging, I guess, or taking that oath. Some do. Some know right out the gate, and the money is what they want, and so they go for it. But some people really just go in innocently and get caught up in what we'll say is the game, right? But we're going to finish another segment of listening to the audio of these two people breaking down exactly what the Lumi is, what we call them, what the Lumi does in order to control everything we pretty much see. They control it. And if you know what to look for, then you'll know what's identified or, what's affiliated with them. We've given you symbols that people do, entertainers do while they're on stage or during their concerts or at award shows. We've talked about all that. We showed you all of that. And so now what we're going to do, the last thing we finished off on, I believe it was Thursday we talked about it. I think that's when we done episode 5 about this. It was on Thursday. But where we stopped off at was when they were telling us about Anna Nicole Smith. And I think a lot of us know who that is. Some may not, but we do know she married an older man and had a kid by him and ultimately passed away. But yeah, that's what we left off on. Just to recap on that, we also discussed in a prior episode about Disney and how they pretty much, like in steps, corrupt the kids' minds, our kids' mind. In the very first opening episode, we talked about cartoons that we grew up on and how we never knew what the agenda was while we was watching the cartoons. We just thought it was something funny and entertaining, and we liked them. But all the while, there was a hidden agenda within the cartoons we were watching. All right. And so what we're going to do is pick up on that now. We're going to pick back up where we left off at. And then we're going to go into another. And we only listen for 10 minutes, people. So we don't get, shadow banned or anything like that. So we're only going to play 10 minutes. Then we're going to cut to something else. All right. Let's go.
The one I believed was Prince Frederick von Anhalt, because this would make Danny Lynn, Anna Nicole's baby girl, Adolf Hitler's granddaughter, and now has been given $1 billion by a Nazi oil tycoon and is most likely a moonchild.
Wow.
And this is how these stories unfold, and they're placed right in front of us every day as these. How many times, every time there's this missing girl or some sort of JonBenet Ramsey story, then
Right,
it's
so I'm just
Katie,
now
and then
seeing
it's
your, comment.
Lacey, and then it's, always this
Yep.
one abducted child. We know that there are millions of abducted childs, but these particular ones are actually cloaked into these satanic ritual abuse systems, such as JonBenet Ramsey. And we find that the family are all involved in these weird cults. And then
JonBenet Ramsey is actually from here where I live. I actually done a little video going to visit her grave. So you may be able to catch that if you go on my page. It's like near the beginning. I had done that for a friend. Her name is we talking with JoJo, and she does great unsolved, unalivings and stuff like that. And so I did it for her. So you can go and see that as well. I'm not sure either, Bessie. Hold on. I'm not sure why it took you down. Okay. Okay. We got you back up there. Okay.
you find out that it's the same pathologist that did all of the autopsies on all of them, from Michael Jackson
You're
to
welcome.
Anna
Thank you.
Nicole to JonBenet Ramsey all the way back to John F. Kennedy. It was the same pathologist, right?
Oh my gosh.
Phil White every time came out.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So now you've got these high profile rituals going on right in front of us in every way, shape, or form. And it's all much deeper than that. Because I could go one more level and show you how Barbara Bush is actually
Yes, tell us about
the
that,
granddaughter of
please.
Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
Because her mom, Pauline Pierce, went off to France with Aleister Crowley to perform an OTO ritual. And if you know anything about the Ordo Templi Orientis, you know that their rituals are sexual. And she came back and was pregnant. But of course, she was married to the owner of McCall's magazine, and his name eludes me right now. And so they of course said that it was his child. But when you have a look at Barbara Bush, who was Pauline Pierce's daughter, and Aleister Crowley side by side, you will see clearly that Barbara Bush is actually the daughter
Adrian,
of the
welcome
Beast,
in, Adrian.
which makes
Yes.
George W. Bush the grandson of the Beast. Now, how crazy is our world? Really?
I didn't know
There's some
that.
really interesting videos of Barbara Bush out there repeating herself using the repetitive
yeah.
enforcement, and just the stare that she
Wow.
had. It was evil. You could
She never blinked.
feel it exactly.
Yeah, well, and the pictures, compare the pictures of Crowley and her, and it's you can't deny it. And you can see that same thing in W in his eyes.
Yes. And
I've
when you
always
see them
seen
all
that,
running
yeah.
around with what they call the devil sign, that hand sign with the two fingers,
Yeah.
that actually, when you get back into ancient lore, is a symbol of Diana.
Ah.
I'm not sure what to think about that yet, but I've started digging in, and most of the things that we call satanic in symbolism is actually feminine.
Well, that goes back to Pythagoras, where 1 is the monad and God and male, and 2 is the first split, and it's evil and female. So you got two fingers up is the duad or the devil.
The 11. Yeah.
Mhm.
But talking about Scientology, what that is just a voluntary trauma-based mind control ritual played out over a long period of time, featuring electrocution and all sorts of other
Well, even-
tortures. But even L. Ron
I'm gonna pause it right there for a second. It was saying Scientology is worse than you think, but they were also showing people doing the sign with the two fingers. When he's talking about the two fingers, and they was talking about the 11 and stuff like that. Okay, well, there was somebody who is a widow. Good morning, Rita. Who done this same thing at her late husband's memorial. And it caused controversy because some people were saying that no, she's saying I love you in sign language, and others were saying no, thank you. We know what she's pledging. We automatically know what she's pledging. or showing what her allegiance is with.
Ron Hubbard's son said that it's black magic and Satanism. He came out and said that my father is evil and he tried to abort me, and I walked in on him trying to give my mother abortion many times because they're trying to get this moon child, and if you don't get it just right, you got to start over. And so he was a botched abortion, and he grew up in the Hubbard household, and he came out to say that his dad is pure evil and thinks that he was the devil. And
he reported this.
L. Ron Hubbard said
magazine.
that he was
Molly
the devil.
Cyrus.
Yeah.
L. Ron Jr.
Miley Cyrus.
L. Ron
Hubbard
Hubbard
himself.
Yeah.
Said he was the devil.
Yes. And there's no higher authority than him.
Well,
It's not just a
easily
society
be
to produce
confused,
gold medals for Tom Cruise.
Viewed as the peace sign, when in actuality it's not. And not it is a peace sign, but that's not what they're doing.
Going back to that hand symbol for a bit, it's also interesting that in some movies, Crocodile Dundee probably the most popular, that hand symbol was used to call cattle. It was used to sedate an individual or an animal that was potentially a problem.
If you look at your hand, you have 5 fingers.
So it says all
and
presidents
you have 5 points
ties
of the pentagram.
to the royals' blood.
And so when you see one
traces,
pointing up, that's the top of the
traces
star,
back
the
to the
spirit, or the white magic
Exactly.
element of it. And then 2 points up is a verse pentagram.
So you mean giving the bird?
Okay. So now they're breaking it down. They said there's standard Satan's fingers. Can we say that, Maud? Satan on here? Satan fingers? Or do we have another name for that? Okay, that's cool. All right. Thank y'all. And then the one where, okay, how are they doing that? It's like that. Yeah, it's like that. That is, can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see my hands or whatever. But anyways, it's the horns, and that stands for too much Satan for one hand. And then they have an actual handshake where they are putting the 2 horns together. It's Satan's handshake. Oh, they're already filtering? Okay. All right, so let's see how we can change this. We'll call him the guy with the horn. How about that? The headbangers, hand symbols. I like that. All right. We'll use that. And so when you have the headbangers hand symbol, it says on one hand it's this, on the other hand it's like that, but it stands for AWUV, and that's WUV. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's God, but then it says the guy with the horns. I'm not gonna call him God for sure, but that's what that's for. And then they got one where it's down like that, and that's the Spider-Man. All right. They have another that's like this, and that's called inverse. The guy with the horns. So, but again, these are all symbols that when you see it, if you don't know, if a person doesn't know about this kind of thing or this group, then it's innocently the peace sign. Or like some said, when the supposed widow was at her husband's memorial, they see it as sign language for "I love you." Why? Because these things are what we've known for it to be. Right? And people don't really know about this particular group of people and their working and their dealings. So it goes completely over their heads.
Bird is actually a positive symbol.
A good
I
thing.
wouldn't say that, but I'm saying the 2 fingers up and 3 down is an inverted pentagram because you have 2 up and 3 down.
Right.
It's interesting. A lot of Jesus paintings, he's got the pointer finger and the
Britney
middle
Spears
finger up
doing it.
together,
Yeah.
and the other 2 down, making a.
But speaking of the single finger, now
DJ
we're
in
seeing all
effect,
the
too. Welcome
celebrities
in.
with the word "shh" tattooed onto their fingers, and you'll see all these different stars from Hannah Montana on
Paul
giving
McCartney,
the sign of
Mahan,
silence
Cher,
or putting the
Yeah.
finger up to your
other
lips.
people I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, Hannah Montana, Demi Lovato
Beehive,
have
Nicki
it on
Minaj,
their
Usher.
album covers, and these are both Disney
Not sure
girls.
who that is.
Celine
Her face
Dion
is
does
covered.
it. Paris Hilton, Rihanna,
Alicia
Madonna.
Keys.
Ozzy Osbourne, Lindsay Lohan. You know,
Think
you
that
can
was
get this picture of them putting
I don't know
the
who
the
that
finger up
was.
to their lips, which is called the
Drake.
sign of silence. And this is a sign of secrecy regarding the mystery schools, and it's a symbolic illustration of one who has been initiated and illuminated. And in Thelema, which was Crowley's system, it's the affirmation of the station of
Avril Lavigne.
Harpocrates, which is the Greek god of silence. And he was the child, the neophyte. You know, he's the trinity of
Justin B.
Harpocrates, Horus, and Osiris.
So always you got to take this back to the Egyptian because that's where this all stems from. And that's when you get back and you find the original incarnation of these signs and symbols. And
All right, hold on. We're gonna pause right there because we don't want, like I said, we don't want to get in no, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to do that. We're not trying to get into no trouble on that. We're trying to bring this to you all, enlighten you all on as best we can without getting flagged or anything like that. All right, so let's move on, and we're probably gonna need some participation in this. This is something that's disturbing to me. It was brought to my attention by one of my moderators last night, and given the culture of what the world is going through right now, it's distasteful. It's very distasteful. I'm gonna try to give you all a bit of why and what it stands for without getting in trouble. So, if you live in the South, you pretty much know it's referred to. Some of the YT people have these figurines out in the yard. Some refer to it as lawn jockeys. Some of them have them on the porch, and it's and it's referred to in the South here as porch, MONKEYS. And however you say it, it's bad. It's a racial thing. It's a racial thing. And so, even there was a singer, country singer named, I think it's James Aldean. I think it's some Aldean, Jason Aldean, something, whatever. Whatever. But he'd had a song come out, and it was something like "Try Tonight in This Small Town" or something, whatever. I'm not gonna put him over. But in any event, when all that was going on, and that was like dominating the airwaves and the media, and it was dividing people because certain things in the video, I'm not gonna lie, when I first listened to the song and saw the video, I didn't catch it. But then I after watching it a few times after, I caught it. But so one of the places that he filmed the video was where a BLK young man was unalived, and it's got a lot of stuff in it. But in any event, while this was going on, a picture surfaced of him doing a blackface, and that only added more fuel to the racial undertone that the song was putting out. Again, a lot of people say no, it wasn't. A lot of other people, including myself, say it was. Here's what I've come to understand. Not even understand, or just figure out. A lot of people don't know why certain things are considered racist because they've never had to live it. They've never had the experience. So to them, it's something that's completely platonic or innocent. Whereas to others who have experienced racism throughout their lives, they know what it means. And then when you go back and trace the history of a lot of stuff, you can also find out for yourself, but of course, some people don't even care to do that. They'll just listen to the rhetoric that someone is pushing. And this someone has the top position in the country, unfortunately. But by that rhetoric being pushed, we wind up with things like this. And we're not going to say her name here on hashtag I'm going to say it. Why? Because we don't condone any of this. We do not condone it. We do not find it funny or anything like that. Exactly, sis. And the crazy part about it is that she does have a mixed child. But let's just listen to what some things that she had to say about why she figured this was a good idea. Or she'll say what she was doing. And she was really trying to appeal to a certain political party. All right. That's what she was trying to do. Grand Rising to you. How are you doing? Queen Casey. Is that Queen Casey? Yeah. Yeah. How you doing? So we're going to listen to it. And then for those who don't understand or still don't get it, I'm going to play another audio and a woman is going to explain to you, and she's a YT woman, but she's going to explain pretty much why that was a bad idea. This is a horrible idea. And in fact, if you have any mixed children, it really makes me question the type of mother you are. And yes, after you've done this, don't think that we're going to feel sympathy for you. All right, but let's go. Let's get to it.
So last night was Halloween, as many people know, and I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the Black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate, and that they're not receiving the reparations that they think they deserve. So
All right. All right, let's just start right there. Let's start with the first thing she got wrong. Is this. Thinking that this was a good idea. I don't care if she said it was for Halloween. I don't care. This is poor judgment. This is horrible judgment. And then to say that BLK women are always angry about their EBT cards not working or not, whatever the case may be. All right. That is a rhetoric pushed by the cheddar color cult leader. Here's the thing. Like we've said before, there's 37% of YT families that depend on EBT/SNAP benefits. Okay? You can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Testing, can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the live if you can. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. Someone said they couldn't hear me. I don't understand. Okay. Go out and come back in to the person that said they couldn't hear. That might be it. So that's another thing she went wrong on by spreading false information. Now, me personally, all of my kids are mixed. All of my kids are mixed. I love everybody though. I don't care what race you come. That just really doesn't. That's just not of my concern. If you are a good person, you are a good person, and that good person, it has character and traits that's inside. It don't have a color. It's just inside. So the color of the skin is just the framework that contains the character. Now I have 3 of my moderators up here, and as you can see, we're all not the same. They're not the same race. Ladies, what do you all think that this is a good idea? Do you think this is wrong? Or do you think people are overreacting? And you can come off the mic and you can give your POV on it, or you can leave it in the comments. However you feel comfortable doing it. But me personally, I feel like this is the problem we have in our country right now. When you have a rhetoric being enforced and pushed and lies being told without being fact checked, and this person is telling the lies, sit at the very top and has the very top position of our country, this is what happens. This is the things that's wrong. My sister, I'm trying to see this. What verse says to hate others? Exactly. I love that. Case in point. What verse says that? Like we said, it says love thy neighbor. He didn't tell you. He didn't specify color. He didn't specify what country they was from. Nothing like that. It's just overall love thy neighbor. Yeah, it is. It's hard to see the comments. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let me play this last segment. Y'all know who we talking about. I'm going to take, and then, hold on. That way I can take it off. All right, this is the lady that's talking is referring to this lady in the picture on the back.
I'm about to show you a video of Lily Gladys, okay, on X. Of course, you can post this on X. It's her in blackface for Halloween.
And by the way, half the struggles that black women think they face, it's
That's
of
her
their
talk.
own doing. Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like you people fight every day. You people fight every day. Could you choose any outfit and get up that's like less conducive to fighting? They wear wigs that can be pulled out. They put braids in their hair that could rip the rest of their hair out, and then they complain about having alopecia. No, it's self-induced alopecia. What? Black women, you tear your hair out, and then you guys fight all the time. And yet you wear massive hoop earrings, you wear weaves in your hair, you wear fake eyelashes, wear fake nails. All of these things are not conducive to fighting, okay?
So just so that Lily knows, hoops, chains, nails, that's not just a black girl thing. And also, any real bad bitch knows you wear quick release hoops. Duh. That way when white racist like you come along and try to rip one out, I'll just rip the other one out and throw it at you right before I beat your ass.
Hey, that lady, the white tea lady that was talking to her and telling her what the quick release hoop earrings for and the nails and stuff like that, she's wearing it as she's talking about it. She's wearing it, and I just thought that was great. But let me get this off the screen because you're right. It's hard to see what y'all are saying, and we'll go back to because I want to mention this. Hold on, let me put this up here too because I want to mention this. We're gonna talk about that a little next too. But people, this is what is the issue. Just says not just BLK, women do. We wear all that. And then Adrian said BLK are not the only ones that get alopecia. But this is and see, this is what I'm saying. Lack of doing research, but willingly ready to come on and spew hateful narratives. My sister says she's obviously jealous of BLK queens. I have to agree for whatever reason. Right? Rochelle, thank you for that heart, me bestie. I appreciate it. I would have to agree. And it's a shame because how do you come on here talking like this and you have a mixed child? Jess Ann said her ignorance was showing. I mean, loudly too. Like it was blinding. It was showing so much. But this is what is going to cause us as a country to never be able to get ahead. Is pushing things like this. People coming out and saying things like this. Now, not only did she contribute to the division of the country, and we do not condone violence here, but she's also put herself in a pickle because the particular group or political party that she was trying to, I guess, impress don't care about her. And the people that are of the BLK race are probably going to show her what them quick release hoop earrings do when they come off. I said the internet lasts forever, but she going viral for saying the hard R before. Yeah, she's gone viral for saying the hard R before. Exactly. Catfish Tunes said that ain't ignorance. That's purposely hateful. And it's dangerous. I agree, and it's dangerous. It's a dangerous game she's playing because, like Jenny said, this is on the internet now. There's no going back. People have shared it, people are talking about it, and if you think somebody in her community that is of the BLK race isn't going to see this, or man, it could be it could really bring problems that she don't want. Clearly, I don't think she's ready for. Again, we're not promoting violence at all here. In fact, we're praying that she changes her state of mind. I just don't know if she has. I don't know. I don't know. Adrian said their president has made them bold. Exactly my point. Exactly my point, Adrian. People fall for the narrative that he gets on TV and spews as if this man hasn't had this issue with racism for decades now. But they buy into it. And here's what I'm also starting to see. Him doing that is actually making those who were undercover, with it, they feel confident in coming out now. And again, that's dangerous because a lot of them we didn't know they were, and so now that we find out they are, things can go left real quick. DJ Rocky B says that's not a mind thing, that's a heart thing. It's a hardened heart. It's a hardened heart, and that's something that I must pray gets fixed, because the Bible shows us, and we've said this several times. Michael said, "Yep," and thank you for the follow, brother. I'll follow you back after the broadcast. The Bible clearly, if you read it, and I'm talking about a real Bible. I'm not talking about the Cheddar Color Coat Leader Bible. I'm talking about real Bible. It shows you and tells you how God is big on love. DJ Rocky B says only God can change a person's heart. Right. And we got to pray that he can place his hand of love upon her heart and get her right, because that's just not going to work for her. And the thing about it, like I said, I'm a fear for her safety. I'm in fear for her safety as well. Some people aren't. Hey, God's still working on them. Some people don't even, unfortunately, believe in him. And so they're not going to act. They're going to react to what they heard her say. And to all of my black women in here, please know this is not the views we share. And I apologize for the things that she said. I wanted to play that because I needed to get, is it me? And a lot of people think we always want to play that R card. Hey, niece, how you doing? Thank you for the heart me. People think we're playing the R card when it's blatant that we have reason to play that card or to make a statement and call it racist. So that's why I wanted to do that. That's why I wanted to do that. Now, here's what we have here. This is the first picture of Puffy Jacket at Fort Dix. Adrian said, no need to apologize. She gonna come across a sister that will make her eat those words. You right, Adrian. You right, man. Max Man said, God can work all that. Hold on. Your comment went up too fast. God can work all that he wants to, but the person itself has to do their part also. Agree fully with that. You've got to be willing to be receptive of the message and the teachings that God is trying to give you. And if you choose not to, it's not. Listen, he gives us the freedom of choice. He gives us the freedom of choice, right? So we have to do our part on that too, as well. I thought I brought up. Doc was trying to come up. I don't know what happened. Resend it. But this is a V. So he has been moved for sure to Fort Dix. He's smiling and happy right there. Word on the curb is when he first got there. He had to fold laundry. Yep. Guys, drawers and everything. He had to fold it. That was his thing. That's what he had to do. And I mean, here he looks happy. He looks happy. Yeah. He do look, just saying, he do little squaggly, little rub that, but smiling. Don't look like nobody has looked to cash in on the bed of his back door just yet. Good morning, Lori. How you doing? Doesn't look like they tried to cash in on that just yet. But you know, this could be the honeymoon phase up there for him, and you know, things it still could go sideways. But that's the first official picture of him at Fort Dix. I'm doing good, Lori. Thank you for asking. Daybreak 76. How you doing, Bessie? Says that's a weird name for the facility. Yeah, it's hard. I was saying on the previous broadcast, it's hard saying that and it have him included too. You know. DJ Rocky B said to Max, man, God has his ways of humbling a person. Look at Puffy Jacket, the guy right here in the picture. Thank you for that, heart me. I appreciate that, Lori. Hey, you guys, please make sure you click on the orange heart above my head, claim your points. Please make sure you bless the gifting goal here as well. I think it's Sweaty Teddy, right? And gift my panelists if possible, please. Daybreak 76. Thank you for that, heart me. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all that right there. There he is, all in his glory and happy, and you know, it seemed like the inmates are being nice thus far. Again, I don't know if this is just a honeymoon, quote unquote, honeymoon phase here or whatnot. Thank you for the live, DJ Rocky B. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's him. So we'll see. Like I said, his first night there, I think his duty was folding underwear. I don't know if that's their, you know, thing to, you know, welcoming him in, or something that the prison gave him to do for his duty. But there he is. So far, he's in one piece. Don't look like the Glock 5000 has went down as of yet. And I don't know, man. Those some big guys, dude. I don't know. Hey, you know, things could go down that he might not like. And from the way those guys look, if it does, it's going to be a very bad night for him. We'll go back and put this up here, and we're going to play the second 10 minutes of the video we was listening to in the opening segment of the day's show, as far as talking about the elite group. Let me see if I can see comments. Okay, I can see comments. My sister, there's the Egyptian symbol too. Lori says, I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. Yeah, none of those guys look like they are up for playing around. That's, you know, I hate for it be a lonely night. He's in trouble.
And how they relate.
So it's a
Daybreak
symbol of an
76, thank you
initiate,
for
but
the
it also
TikToks.
has
I
another
appreciate
meaning in trauma-based mind control, which is also secrecy. You know, you don't talk about things that go on, everything that you're secluded and you can't, no one will understand you, so you might as well keep it a secret. And that's how they keep them locked up and isolated, because they think they have nowhere to go. No one will believe it anyway.
And shame and guilt. Yeah.
Now.
Incredible.
There's a couple topics that I wanted you guys to touch on. Some important ones that I feel are important for everyone. The zeitgeist topic.
These aren't inherent. You need
Jamie
this
Lynn
other
Spears.
element, you know, which is a cell phone to communicate, or you need the internet to be connected or whatever. So
Neo.
it's total technology versus organic life, basically.
Yep.
And if you want to talk about zeitgeist, we can do that.
Yeah, I think it's been an important kind of movement, I think, in a lot of different ways, because there are a good amount of, you know, good people out there who were woken up by zeitgeist. You know, it does present
Jay-Z.
from the beginning a lot of information that would help, but there's also there's a dark side to it all, and I would kind of like to ask your help in illuminating others in that dark side.
I don't know who you
Well, let me say that I am a grassroots conspiracy
Denzel.
theorist. I've made all my own films. I've
Aaliyah.
produced them and put them out to the world. The amount of hype that came behind Zeitgeist on their first day of release is beyond
I want to pause it real quick because now they're also showing Alien. Hey Deb, how you doing? They're showing Alien, and I find that I want to stop here and talk about that because that's something else that's starting to come out more. If you are on here after the broadcast, go look up. You can put in the search box on here, um, Alien in Compton. The ring bell that the lady had. She lives near Compton or in Compton or whatnot. And on her ring camera, some unidentified object walked by. Uh, you know, my sister said Warner Van Bruin said, or Braun, sorry, said they'd fake a alien attack. I, I don't know what that was that walked by, and I forgot who I was talking to. It might have been my friend that I went and saw the other day, but yeah, it was. In fact, because we was talking about this, and I was telling her one thing I do know for sure when we drove from here over to Arizona, we actually went through. It's right when where did we come out of? El Paso, Texas, into okay. What comes after El Paso, Texas? Okay, New Mexico. So okay, right when you come out of New Mexico and you cross over into Arizona, it's like you start to see billboards with promoting aliens, and you go into the convenience stores and they had a statue of an alien. Like I said, I took a picture with it. I don't know if I still got it, but but it's really a big. I mean, merchandise, T-shirts, keychains, everything. And yeah, Roswell. I mean, yeah, Area 51, right? Is over there. So that's why I was just going to say Roswell. Yeah, so we know for a fact that here's how they play in our faces, people. They know things, but they won't tell us things. They already know. Somebody special just came in, Claudia. Thank you for joining the live, sweetheart. I appreciate it. It's good seeing you in here. I hope your day is going good. They already know that these things are present. They exist, right? But I like that. I like that. Says, yeah, nah. She said, nah, they give us truth mixed with nonsense. Right. And that way you got to filter out what's really true. You see? But there's nothing that would make me think that they're lying. There's no other life form. Because and that they haven't seen it because they are just, it's so heavy in that area. And I'm not telling, like, I didn't see no broadcast, I didn't see no History Channel, nothing. I didn't see nobody talking about it. I'm telling you all what I seen. I'm telling you, this is from experience, and it's really eerie. It's really eerie because also when you cross over, it's still all this desert land. For all you can see is like dirt and tumbleweeds and stuff like that. So you can only imagine what goes on out there because it's not like there's communities or houses or anything out there. Heck, even driving through. Hey niece, how you doing? Hey people, pause. Go click on Ariana. Click. That's my niece. Her and Jazzy, those are my nieces. Click on there. Go follow her. Go follow her. How are you doing, baby girl? I'm telling you all. Even going through, we came back home the first time. We didn't want to go back through the way we came, so we ended up going through northern Arizona and crossing over right on Route 66. She says, "I'm doing so well. I miss you guys. I miss you, niece. I miss you. And look, I need the information on when you going to North Carolina. Your dad told me you was going up there to do a show. I want to go up there. We want to go up there and try to support you if possible." Jazzy's in. My other niece is in here. Her sister's in here. Jaslyn's in here. Man, y'all brighten my day. I appreciate it. Natty B, welcome in, bestie. But even going on Route 66, people, there's nothing. We was on the what's it called, Navajo reservation. We were going through there, and we stopped and at the store there and got stuff too, like souvenirs, stuff like that, blankets. Because I want authentic stuff, right? Hey, baby girl, how you doing, Jazzy? And so, even when you driving through there, the land is nothing. It's hard. It's hard for these people to live out there. The water is very, very, very few. Like, it's hard to get water out there. And then you may see an old school bus converted into a place where people live. Jay said, I can't wait for the game in a couple of weeks. Me neither. Me neither. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. I'm ready, niece. And so we can only imagine what they see out there that they don't tell us about. And let me end it right here. I'm going to land my plane right here. When the vice president did an interview last week, if y'all paid attention, he spoke openly about aliens. So no longer was it like taboo, for lack of better words, or something that they try to deny. He talked about it openly. Ariana says, I might have to push through football to see you guys. Come on, join us. I promise you, niece, I promise you. I know you typically don't like it, but it's fun. We have a blast. It's fun. You can ask Jazzy. It's fun. We laugh. We crack up. It's fun. And then afterwards, we go out to eat and just hang out. It was a great night. It's a great night. Just make sure y'all bundle up. It's going to be cold this time. But we're going to go out there and support our wolves. You said you'll be there? All right, niece. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to have both my nieces with me. We're going to wild out. We're going to wild out. Y'all auntie going to be with me. We're going to wild out and have fun. So I'm looking forward to it in 2 weeks. And hopefully our wolves get a win because we definitely need that. We've been doing bad. She says she going, Jazzy. She says she going to go. She says she going to come with us. So, hey, y'all know we're going to be turned. We have so much fun. It's just, boy, we just wild out and have fun. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about, making memories and just enjoying life, Now, I don't know if Aiden's coming. We might bring Rudy to this. We might bring Kaylin this time. I'm not sure, though. He may. I'm not sure. I know he keep asking about the phone, for sure. Every time he comes over, he asks if I got it yet. But yeah, y'all. So he openly talked about that. So now we know. And please go, remember, after the broadcast today, go on here, search Ring, Alien on Ring. I think it's like Ring Camera or something like that. But it's in Compton. Let me know what y'all think that thing was that walked by. And the lady that lived there, her and her son was home. And I found it funny, but I do get where she's coming from. They saw it. They looked at each other. She said, I can't call the police and I ain't going outside to find out what it was. I feel her on that. Can you imagine? Just think about it. Let's just say that she did. Here she go.
Hello? 911? There's an alien outside my house. I saw him. I saw him on the Ring camera. No, baby, this wasn't no dog. It wasn't no dog. No. It wasn't a cat. No, it wasn't nobody dressed in a costume neither. Baby, why you ask me all these questions? I said there is an alien outside in my yard that walked by my Ring camera, and you asking me questions on this phone. I need a sense of urgency from you, and I need somebody out here, because you see, baby, we don't have aliens in our family, so he shouldn't be coming to visit my house. And me nor my son is going out there to ask him what he's doing here. That's y'all job. Can you get over here, please?
You get what I'm saying? 911 gonna be like, all right, yeah, we're gonna be out there, and then we're gonna take you to jail because clearly you've been doing some D-rugs. And all the while, y'all, I'm just telling you what I saw. That looked something. Listen, I'm with her. In fact, I probably would have been upstairs in the closet with a football helmet, a PS4 remote, not PS5, a PS4 remote control in my hand, ready to swing with one flip flop on because I would have freaked out if I saw that thing right there. It's okay. It's okay, Nee. I mean, it's okay, Marie. It's okay. Exactly. Exactly. Sis, like I'm trying to tell you. Adrian said Atari controller. I know that's right. Look, with the big orange button on the side. My sister said with a 10-4 hat on. I'm telling you, man. Y'all got to go and see this. I agree. I agree with her. I listen. Call me what you want, but I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there. And she's right. You cannot call the police and say something like that because they're probably going to think that you have been doing some things that are not legal. But you are. Be my guest. Go and look it up. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm tripping because I don't believe I am.
For me, as someone who is a grassroots, who is trying to just, build a following or build a listenership, there's no way that if you just make yourself a film and put it out there that you could get the type of attention that Zeitgeist did. No way. I mean, I've tried every route and every way, and so for me, immediately Zeitgeist was a red marker because of the fact that they had 1 million hits on their first day out, and this just doesn't occur. And then it just kept going and kept.
Well, there's this great letter that it's kind of disputed, but I'm going to use it as a example anyway, by Civil War General Albert Pike, who's also the 33rd Infantry Scottish Rite. And he said that the Third World War would be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by agenters of the Illuminati between Zionists and Muslims and Christians and atheists. And so he said, we'll unleash the nihilist and the atheist and provoke a social cataclysm that, will make everyone disillusioned with Christianity, religion, and every other thing so that they can bring about the pure doctrine of Lucifer. And so this is talk about fomenting the Third World War. And Zeitgeist goes into that. I don't want to disrespect anybody who's been woken up by Zeitgeist or anybody in the Zeitgeist movement because I have friends with that stamp on their Facebook picture,
Yeah.
But so what we have here is classic problem, reaction, solution. So you show the people what is wrong, and then you swoop in with your solution, which is the Venus Project.
Yes.
And let me just say, the first Zeitgeist movie, it's in 3 parts: religion, I think it's taxes,
Black
and
Eyed
then
Peas.
it was
Religion, fiat
9/11,
currency, and then 9/11.
Yeah. And the religious section was very poorly researched, in my opinion.
There's really only one book that even gets on that topic, and it has no foundation.
Yeah, if you look, he cited the same book like many times. So it's not just Jesus is Horus, and so you don't have to believe in anything anymore. They just want to get religion out of the way, so you can be like, okay, that's done with. Now what? And so they're all turning to technology to save them. And you can see this in the movies with Transformers.
Yes.
Optimus Prime is a robot Christ who battles the Decepticon, the robot devil, also Terminator Salvation. And Wall-E is a robot Christ as well, who sacrifices himself for humanity.
Second Terminator.
But then talking about Terminator, so they have this thing they call Skynet, right, which is all the computers of the world linked together. And that's just like Venus Project, in my opinion.
Yep.
I've seen all 3. I know what they're talking about. They worship Jacques Fresco like he is God.
Well, by the end of the film, if you start to get into the addendums, you find that they clearly state that humanity cannot be trusted, that we are evil, vile beings, and that the only way humanity could ever exist on planet Earth is if they are subservient to a supercomputer.
Yes.
So they don't give you any of that in their first part.
And not only that, the supercomputer defines everything that you do. It builds your house, it regulates your food, it tells you what to do, like all these resource-based economies. So what happens when a human being is no longer a needed resource?
I'm going to pause it right there. Let's write down where we are. I want to pause it right there because I'm about to, I want to mention something real quick, and then we'll end the broadcast. All right, let me mark that out. done that. They talked about resource. We talk about the land. They're talking about things of that nature, and people depending on that. I was in someone else's live who is, she does an awesome live. Her name is Straight Facts, and I put in there. Prior to that, I was listening to Lenny, a guy named Lenny's broadcast. But people, please go and research 30 for 30 agenda. 30 for one of my mods, if we can put that up to 30 for 30 agenda. And I'm just now hearing about it, but I'll try to tell you what I do remember being what they were saying it was about. It's about different countries and they, leaders in different countries, and they're putting 30% back into the lands. And what they're going to do is, for instance, what happened in Jamaica. So we all know what just happened. Well, part of that is to make the land basically build like it'd be overgrowth, like it's hard to even rebuild it. And they're going to take that land and use it for something else. Of course, the land or the areas that are good that they want to use, they're going to keep. But foreign leaders, they put 30% back into everything, and so into the land and stuff. So what they're trying to do basically is make it all smart cities. It's going to be smart cities, and some places they're already trying to put certain things in people to where they'll be able to track everything and to tell them all the information they need to know and data on that person, even down to the point where if you go in the gas station to get a sandwich, they'd know you was getting a sandwich, and it would tell them how much sugar you're intaking and stuff like that by what you purchase, right? Some people don't even want to do it, but hey, if you don't do it, then you'll get cut off. You'll get cut off to the point where you have to abide by the system that they're putting in place. And yes, the Cheddar Color Code leader is in on all of that, right? And the people that he deals with, because there's certain people he has to answer to. There's certain people that allowed him to get the position that he got this time, right? And his initials is EM. We'll just leave it right there. My sister said, like China, This is real things, man. It's real things. Y'all go and look up project. Not project. I say project. I'm sorry. 30 for 30 agenda. It's crazy. We really got to lean on each other. We really got to band together, people. She said there is 8 people above the president. You all take. We giving you some knowledge. We giving you some nuggets that it really doesn't matter what party you support or affiliate yourself with or align yourself with. It really doesn't matter. It's going to affect us all. And the only thing I can say that we can do is band together and stand for one cause and try to resist this as much as possible. But you definitely got to go and check this stuff out that my sister and I is telling you about. It's serious. You say AIPAC funded folks can't be trusted. And you all look that up. Please. We just want to look out for everybody. That's the main thing. First and foremost is our friends. And you all are our friends. We want everybody to be safe. We don't want to sit here and be going at each other. We just want to help each other. So that's what's going to make us better and persevere through this. That's the only way it works. Joe Bell, welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? On Twitch TV, goes down. You see right here, Monday Night Unleashed. OCWA's Monday Night Unleashed. Starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please come join us. Tonight, your host, hey, what did I tell y'all we was going to do Saturday at, I forgot what it's called. Rest in Pain. What did I tell y'all we was going to do? What did I tell y'all? Friday night on Rest in Pain. I told you we were going to go beat Big T, and we were going to get that briefcase, and we were going to go on and get that Intercontinental Championship title. Right, sis, get that case. We got that case. We got that case. So tonight on Monday Night Unleashed, on OCWA's Monday Night Unleashed, your host, we got the chance to hashtag make history. If we win the OCWA Intercontinental Championship tonight, do you all know that we make history? How do we make history? Because we'll be holding the OCWA Intercontinental Championship and the GIW Intercontinental Championship at the same time. At the same time. Hasn't been done. Two different promotions holding the title. That's what we plan on doing tonight. But we got to go against Jackson Sane tonight. And y'all know Jackson Sane and I, we done had some real brawls. I'm talking about backstage brawl, parking lot brawls. Man, we had a match that was tables, ladders, and chairs. He's a formidable opponent. He gives me a battle. So we got to make sure we bring it. I need all of you to come in there and support me, man. Y'all can talk to me leading up to the match. I'll be in the chat section talking. Sis, I need you off in there too. She be joining us on GIW, and she be crunk in there too, just like we do. So y'all come in and join us. Come in and join us. Let's cheer me on, please. Please cheer me on. Let's go ahead and do this. It's family friendly fun. That's all it is. It's a video game, and we're wrestling. We let the computer decide who's gonna win. So it's not like I'm playing the game and Jackson Sane is wherever he lives playing his game. That's not how it works. It's all the computer doing it, right? But y'all come on in and support us, man. It's fun. I promise you, it's fun. So we'll be back tomorrow with episode 7 of Secrets of the Secret Society. If you are here for the first time today, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we pray that you come back. We also pray that we have educated you or enlightened you on something you may not have known, and that you know to go and look out for it now, or keep your eye open for it on that, right? Just like at the end of the segment that we just played now, a lot of those people, you heard me calling out those people's names, it was like they were on the album cover, and then like one part of their eye would be showing like this. That's a symbol. That's a symbol showing their allegiance to the elite society, or the group that we're talking about. You get me? Or they'll have something covering their eye, one eye, like Jessica Simpson had her hair over one eye and the other one showing. Stuff like that. Stuff like that, y'all. Got to be mindful about it, right? Thank y'all for coming in. This has been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News, signing off from the newsroom. Peace and blessings to you all, and I love you to life.